let's say a person is standing right here in this position. If she walks over to this position, well, she has moved. That movement is described by displacement. So displacement describes movement. We can get a little more specific. The definition of displacement is the change in an object's position. So this red arrow over here, this is literally her displacement. It's how her position changed. First she was here, then she was here. And that red arrow is her displacement. Another way to think about displacement is it's the distance an object moves or travels in some direction. So you can't just say that she moved 4 meters. You have to say she moved 4 meters to the right. And so you see what we use? We use a positive sign to indicate to the right. What have we just learned? Displacement has direction. That's important. Displacement has direction. So that means we can use a positive or negative to represent displacement. Displacement can be positive or negative. There's a difference between displacement and distance traveled. Distance cannot be negative. The distance a person travels, or the distance traveled, is only positive. So what are the variables that we use to describe displacement? Let's make this a little smaller. If displacement is the change in position, well, we know what change is, that's delta, and we know what position is. Here's how we write displacement. We could write the change in x position or horizontal position. We could write displacement as the change in vertical position, or we could write it as the change in general position r. In each case, we take final value minus initial value. Final value minus initial. Final minus initial. This delta x stands for the horizontal displacement. The delta y stands for, that is the variable, for change in y position or vertical displacement. And you guessed it, delta r, that's the variable for general displacement. So let's say here's the stool, and you are standing right here. What's your position relative to the stool? This would be your x position. But then you walk away from the stool, so that now you're over here. Your position is different. Now you're all the way over there relative to the stool. We could call your starting position the initial xi, and we could call your final position or location x final. The movement itself going from here to here, that movement is your displacement. It's how you move, not where you are. Position describes where you are. And displacement describes how you move.